if you're into a demo and you're doing this for like 3 or 4 minutes and you haven't stopped and asked, am I going the right direction? You're wasting your time and the customer's time. Plus the customer wants to know, out of courtesy, it's like when you say, is this cool? I mean, is this cool or what? Or, am I in the right place with this? They'll say, no, they respect that. They respect the fact that you've taken the time to try and get them to the right place as quickly as possible.
You're absolutely right. And I think a lot of guys would make more sales if they would if they would not be afraid to do that.
They're afraid to. Because what happens is the customer comes in and says, I want this, and all of a sudden, they may know from the conversation this isn't really what they want. They're afraid to interject something different because they're afraid they'll lose the sale. Why? Because they usually don't know their craft. They don't know the products, okay? They haven't done enough homework, and they don't want people to know that.
What's your advice to salespeople that are out there, they're doing a demo, they're trying to sell a guitar, someone else walks in the store, that type of thing.
Well, the most important thing is you acknowledge everybody's presence. I was in a store the other day where this is quite an unbelievable situation. It was a salesman's dream, but it wasn't a dream. It was almost like a nightmare. The salesman had his back to, he's talking to 2 customers with his back to the rest of the store. He was there by himself. And I walked around, there were like another 12 people. There were some people trying some keyboards, another trying guitars, but he wasn't positioning himself, first of all, so he could see other people in the store. That was number 1. So be aware of your surroundings. Number 2 is to acknowledge people's presence. Hey, good afternoon, thank you for coming in. I'm with this customer right now, but I'll be with you in a few minutes. And then customers are reasonable. I mean, like, well, I'm working with you, Kenny, and we're talking about something. I said, by the way, I'm shorthanded. Can I just get these other folks started? Is that okay? Sure, okay, I'll be right back to you.
During a demonstration, what would be the single biggest mistake in our industry that you've just kind of spied on? We've talked about a bunch of different things.
Yeah, okay, if I would, what I think happens is that we're going to assume that they're at a product the customer wants to see. They're basically the guy's giving some kind of demo. When the salesperson doesn't stay in contact with the customer, what happens is they devote themselves to the product and they don't keep eye contact with the customer and talk to him. They're talking to the customer, they're demonstrating the product. What happens is they get into the product and they tend to ignore the customer. The customer is there to talk to the salesperson about the dream, right?
Right.
What happens is, okay, and they get into this product, especially if they know a lot about it, and what happens is the customer just is an observer. He's not engaged with the salesman. If you're engaged with the customer, they'll stay close to you. And then it has that natural flow to it. It's just like they kind of go into this zone. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. And I think that's a really, really key point, because it probably is the number 1 reason why guys may not make it through the close. This has been a great exclusive interview about demos with my friend Chris Bristol from Roland Corporation, and I hope you have a great holiday season.